Item. This is just delightful. This is the non-grafted, very important bit, Chinese tree peony. It is M61688. 32.54 is that price. Once again, 4 easy payments, and it is a pre-season sale price, which once again, that will go away at the end of the pre-season, which is the end of Sunday. So if you love the idea of this, maybe you'll forget to tune in later on during this week. If you love the idea of this, get it now, secure that pre-season sale price. Why would you spend more money on something that you can get now for a great saving? Get it on the easy payments as well. So, very special to get a non-grafted tree peony.
Yes, that is correct. Now, we'll get into what the word grafted means in a bit. But first and foremost, I want to set the scene that everyone loves peonies. I mean, they are truly one of the world's most favorite flowers for a number of reasons. Big, voluptuous, flowers.
We grew up with them in our parents'
fragrance.
backyards.
Yes, they're the state flower of Indiana.
That's right.
And they're harbingers of spring. You know spring has come when the peonies are starting to bloom. But there are certain problems with peonies. They flop over in the rain, they attract ants, they get tons of disease. We thought this is not what we want to do. So instead, we're bringing these huge, attractive Chinese tree peonies, which, Steph, I'll take this. I want you to show them what makes this unique.
That's right, Derek. This is what makes a tree peony a tree peony. I mean,
come down here with us.
I'm hiding down here in this tree canopy because this is a strong and sturdy stem. Now, it's called a tree peony, and it truly is a tree. Unlike the other peonies you might be used to that are more, bushes that are going to flop over after those spring rains, but this is a strong,
solid
sturdy
tree.
Yeah, it's a solid trunk. And that allows for these massive, almost 8-inch flowers to be strongly supported. They're not going to flop over. And you're not going to. They're huge. And that fragrance is that same peony fragrance we all know and love.
Take advantage, $32.54, and you're getting something that is going to grow to, well, I mean, how big will this grow eventually?
Well, eventually these will get about 5 to 6 feet tall, but that's in a while. I mean, these can live up to a century. And what's special about these is even though they can be so old, they don't really get that big. Most of us, our plants are going to be around 3.5 to 4 feet tall, and that's a perfect manageable size. That's why you can keep it in an urn, like what we have it here, in a pot if you like, or put it in the ground.
Now we have 2 different color options. We have the red and we have the pink. Red is proving to be particularly popular, and I have to say that red is it's a wonderful color.
Deep, almost saturated sultry red.
Yeah.
And then in front of me is that bubblegum pink. I actually think the pink is my favorite because it's so bright and cheerful, and in a spring day. Yeah, it just
now
really
here's
pops.
something interesting with these 2 colors that you get. If you already have peonies in the garden and you think, oh, I don't need this, one piece Chinese, whatever. Actually, I think you do, because these bloom 2 weeks before your average peony.
That's
so
right.
that means you're going to have now peonies for a much longer period of time. And what's special about these is they don't need that winter cold season that all traditional peonies need, meaning you can grow these now in down south where you traditionally couldn't have a peony because they don't need a freeze. So that's really special. A lot of people now can have a peony, whereas before they couldn't.
That's right.
So you're getting bigger blooms, you're getting earlier blooms. I mean, altogether, this is such a tantalizing proposition to add color into your garden. And it's very difficult to get hold of these.
It is, you're right. And, do you want to explain non-grafted?
I would love to. So,
okay.
Because this is why they're hard to get a hold of.
To get a hold of. Most tree peonies that maybe you have seen in your big box stores or garden centers are grafted tree peonies. And what that means is at the root, they're not a true tree peony. What they do is they take a piece of a tree peony, they graft it, they somehow, connect it to...
Basically tape.
They tape it onto a garden peony. And so at the heart of it, it's really not a tree peony at all.
And this is done because there are exportation rules in China where these are grown.
Because they're
in terms of bringing them out of the country.
Valuable there.
To bring a non-grafted, it's usually not allowed.
That's right.
Which once again, Roberta's do such an incredible job at being able to bring us these special varieties that you just can't get.
Yeah, and Derek, do you want to explain what they will be receiving?
Sure. So they're non-grafted. It's through and through 100% Chinese tree peony We're not giving you half tree peony, half Dutch peony, you know, and then in a few years you're just going to end up with a Dutch peony, which is very often the case.
Right.
What this is here is, you know, bona fide tree peony that we've put in a pot and grown for you. This is the first year that we've done this. In the past, we've had tree peonies, and we've just given you the little, you could call it, you know, a root stock.
There you go.
And it just looks like a stick. Nobody really knows what to do with it.
But this is how it will arrive now.
So
This
now
is what
when
you're
you get
looking
this,
at.
In a pot,
it is ready to
looking
go.
With
healthy.
foliage.
It is
That's right.
simple. It's the easiest it's ever been.
We're doing one more year of waiting
Yeah.
for you guys, so that will just ensure that you're getting your flowers that much sooner.
Okay. And how soon will we get flowers? I know you were talking about they'll bloom sooner, but how soon?
Well,
from
you know,
when we
I
first get
believe you're
these?
going to get flowers this year when
Yeah.
you put
Okay.
them in the ground, because they're already 2.5 to 3 years old by the time that you get them.
Okay.
They've been waiting a long time to go to your house. What's special about these is that they're known for their flowers in terms of, A, them not falling over in the spring showers.
Yep.
Everyone has had that experience.
Yes.
And imagine, you know, if that was your traditional Dutch peony, most of those flowers would be on the ground
Yep.
because of the rain, and they'd be covered in ants. But here, they stand up tall and straight because they have woody stems that don't fall down, and they're strong.
That's right.
We started this season with around about 22,000 of these. We've only got around about 6,500 remaining. So as you can see, almost 3/4 of the stock has gone. And this season has hardly even started. Well, the season hasn't started. We're in pre-season
We're playing
until
in
the
the
end of
garden,
Sunday.
yeah.
And by the way, this is a pre-season sale price, so that will go up at the end of Sunday. So to save yourself, what, it's a good $6, $7 maybe, something like that.
We're in that
The
race.
regular
Why did they
price is
take one of these?
$39.50. $32.54 is that pre-season sale price.
You want-
4 easy payments
What is-
of $8.14.
And
What have you
one-
got here?
Well, you know, my brother Derek mentioned one thing that I wanted to say is that with these tree peony flowers, you're not going to be getting those ants. You know, traditionally, if you garden peonies, you wanted to bring them inside. Often they would have all these little ants because they have a specific sap inside
Okay.
the flower that really attracts the ants. But these beautiful, luscious tree peony flowers don't have that sap, so don't be afraid to go outside and cut those flowers and bring them inside.
And you know, this is your traditional peony
Yeah.
right here. This is not a tree peony, and you can see
It's
how
very
floppy
wimpy
and
and
bendable
floppy.
that is. When you compare that to the
this.
thick and strong and
Yeah.
sturdy wooded stem,
That's right.
that's what makes this so special here, because in the rain, nothing's
Yeah.
happening. Now that's I shook off some petals
Yeah.
because we've had this cut for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They're
What?
extremely
It lasts
long-lived
that long.
cuts.
That's
Goodness
right.
me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
A real harbinger of spring, these. You're going to enjoy the
Absolutely.
colors, the blooms that you get from these. You can see the size of these. You can see how much more substantial this is. This is a genuine tree. It's like a
Yes.
real
Show 'em again.
solid.
Yeah. I mean, if you come down here, you can join me, Anthony, if you want to.
If I can come down, but I have trouble getting back up
Oh,
again.
I'll
I've
give
gotta
you
be
a hand.
honest.
But just feel how strong and sturdy this tree trunk is. It is truly a
really
trunk.
is,
They're
yeah.
not going to be flopping over your massive peony flowers are not going, there you go.
Thanks very much.
Are not going to be face down in the soil like your garden peony flowers.
Now, people are going for more than one of these. Actually, in an update to what I just said, to my 6,500 remaining, only 6,000 remaining
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It is ticking
Yeah.
down rapidly. When people start ordering more than one of these, when you think about even at 2:55 in the morning here on the East Coast,
Yeah.
it's not even midnight yet on the West Coast. A lot of people out there placing orders. Don't miss out on these. Once again, more than many other plants that we have, we can't just get more quantities of these.
Yeah,
You know, it's
especially
so
these, they're
difficult.
extremely hard to find. I'm happy to hear that people, even at 2:55 in the morning, are recognizing how important and valuable and special these are to have in their own home. You know, in China, where these originate from, there is much symbology with the tree peony because it's such a long-lived perennial. Most families will have one outside their house, and it represents, first of all, you know, that we are a strong family, but second of all, that we take pride in ourselves and in our family. It's a symbol of status, it's a symbol of wealth, longevity. The red specifically is known to bring wealth, and the pink is known to bring softness of heart, you know, and better
Love.
loving relationships.
Yeah.
Whichever color you decide to go for, maybe you want to go for one of each, or maybe two of the same color, have them either side of a front door.
Absolutely.
I like
That
one
would
of
look-
each personally.
Me too.
Just
Yeah.
for that variety. Variety is the
Spice of
And these
life.
are
Life,
long,
exactly.
long-lived perennials. We've been talking a lot about heirloom plants in your garden. These can live for decades. So, you know, plant them in a place of prominence in your garden that your kids, your grandkids can enjoy season after season.
Show us how it's going to arrive once again, because I just want to show you how well established this is.
Yes.
They're not messing around here. This is a
No.
couple of years growth.
A couple of years, you know, last year we were sending just the root that you're seeing. We decided, let's put it in a pot, you know, let it start growing, because that way you will have flowers that much faster in your very own home.
And that much easier. You know,
Yeah,
this is really hard to find easy to grow.
$32.54. I mean, for me, the price doesn't really match up, considering how difficult it is to get these, how special this is. You know, take advantage. If you go for the easy payments, look, if you could go for 2 of these. If you go for it on the easy payments, it's going to be just a shade over $16 per month for 2 of them. Really makes sense to do that. So it is a pre-season sale price, and that will go up at the end of Sunday. It's the first day that we've got this on easy payments for you. We started with over 22,000. We're down to less than 6,000. So, sorry, it should be fewer than 6,000 less than my grammar is shocking.
Okay. It's 3 a.m.
I know, right? And actually, that's no excuse. I would say that at any time of day. Let's quickly talk about the map for a lot of the plants and flowers. There's a couple that come at specific times, but the majority, depending on where you live.
And you know, we want to make sure when you